and new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Feels great to say that. But first, we need to acknowledge our tribal chief. 1,316 days. Now, I understand now what Triple H's tweet was about, because Triple H tweeted a video package for Roman versus Cody, and in the time zone he was in, he tweeted it at 3:16, and everyone else, including me, thought this is a reference to Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know that's terrible, but that's the best you're getting. And it wasn't that. It was to signal that Roman Reigns was going to lose his championship at 1,316 days. And we must acknowledge our tribal chief, because he's carried the company for that long with that championship. But it's going to feel so good to have a full-time champion again. And I know Seth's been around, right? But honestly, as much as I like Seth and saw he had so much promise in the earlier days, right now, man, I can't stand him with the way he dresses. I can't stand it, right? Seth Rollins is that person. So when you're talking to a friend about wrestling, right, and that friend always says, oh, it's men in tights, fake fighting, oh, these wrestlers are gay, right? That's what you get out of someone that doesn't really know much about WWE. And then you tell them, no, it's not. It's nothing like that. And then they see Seth Rollins. And your points that you've just made have gone down the toilet because of how Seth Rollins decides to dress for his entrances. That's how I feel about Seth Rollins. So before we get into this, I want to say something, right? When I make a video that's negative about AEW, I get AEW fans coming after me. Cool. But when I make a video about WWE and it's negative, I get WWE fans coming after me. And I have to ask myself, why? Okay? Real fans of franchises criticize the thing that they're a fan of. That's what real fans do. I'm not a shill, okay? I'm not going to pretend that I liked something just to please you. Most of my viewers and subscribers come to me because I give my real opinions, real honest opinions. They put up with my bad teeth, my bent nose, my monobrow, and my grey hair, because they respect my honest opinions. So when I make a video about WrestleMania Night 1 and I say I didn't like the show, which I didn't, I shouldn't have to deal with people coming at me and mocking my teeth. Okay? Real fans criticize what they're a fan of if they don't like what they saw. That's how fandom works. I don't shill. That is one thing I will never do. Okay? I can say I'm a big fan of something. I can say I'm not a fan of something. But I'm not going to shill for the sake of shilling. That's not how this works. Okay? There are plenty of other channels out there you can go to if you want to watch a shill be a shill. I'm not going to name those channels because they know who they are. Go to them, because here ain't the place for you, okay? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I liked something because it belongs to a certain company. That's not how this works. Now that that's out of the way, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. I'm shocked because I wasn't expecting this to go down the way it went down. Drew won. Seth came out looking like a complete dick, as usual. Seth needs to go away and just rethink what he's doing and come back and dress a bit more normal, all right? It was all fun and games a couple of years ago, right? When he came out dressed as Dusty Rhodes for the Hell in a Cell match and whatever, cool, right? If Seth uses his entrance attire and his ring attire to get in the heads of the opponents, that's fine. But to come out dressed as like he's trying to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, I don't want to see that shit. Okay, I just don't. I don't like it. Some people do, and that's fine for them, but not for me. I don't like it. So it was pretty much a finisher fest, but it was still a great match. Drew won, and Drew took his eye off the ball. He was more bothered about gloating to CM Punk. He fucked around and he found out. And then we get the cash in. Damian Priest is your new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I don't know what to make of this decision, because personally, I wanted Priest to lose the briefcase. Right? I know people would complain about it, because that's 2 years in a row, Pete, someone's lost their cash in. But I wanted to see Drew have a good run. I think he's probably going to win it back. But I mean, Priest is the World Heavyweight Champion, bisexual Undertaker as people call him, which I get, because in certain singlets he looks like he's got breasts. He looks like he's wearing a bra. But that's my opinion on that. I'm gonna let it play out, see what happens with Priest as the World Heavyweight Champion. And yeah, the Judgment Day seemed to be strong. It was a great match. Drew won the match. He won the championship in front of a crowd, which he always wanted to do. And then, just like that, I can't click my fingers, it's gone. So we'll find out what happens on Raw with Drew. I'm not going in order here, so please bear with me. Bayley, Io Sky. I did watch this. Usually I don't watch the women's matches, but I did, because it had some real story to it. It's been going on for a year and a half. And it was great. I liked it. Bayley got her moment. The crowd singing for Bayley. It was a good moment. I'm not that much of a fan of the women's wrestling, but it was a good moment. I liked it. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton should be a tag team, man. It's nice seeing these guys collaborate. It's weird, but it's nice to see when you've got Kevin Owens driving, and they're opponents in this match. It's not a handicap. It's a triple threat. Kevin Owens makes his entrance, and he says, "Oh, I'm going to pick up Randy Orton for his entrance in a golf cart," and then nearly murder Randy Orton by driving too fast. But yeah, look, Logan Paul comes out with the someone in a prime bottle, and he did this same thing last year with KSI, and this time it wasn't KSI, it was IShow Speed. And IShow Speed gets RKO'd. I think it was supposed to be through the announce table, but it didn't break. So IShow Speed got fucked up by an announce table that didn't break, and by Randy Orton, who booted him so hard he went flying. But all of these YouTubers, man, I'm sure they practiced the RKO between them when they was younger, because they all seem to know how to take the RKO correctly, which is a good thing. Do I want to see IShow Speed in a wrestling match? No. No, I do not. Do I want to see KSI in a wrestling match? That's something I'd be interested in. I'd like to see KSI and Logan Paul as a tag team. That's something I think would be quite entertaining, because KSI is annoying as fuck. He's going to get some heat, and I'm sure he can learn the basics of wrestling just as Logan Paul did. Because we'll see. Either way, Logan Paul is still the United States champion. It was a good triple threat match, and the right result happened. I wanted Logan to retain, and that is what happened. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Hopefully this feud is over. Again, it was a good match. I'm not going to take anyone away from him. The build up to it, while WWE have really tried, people haven't really been that invested, because AJ Styles has looked like shit over the last few years, and he comes back, cool. He's in the world title match, cool, at the Royal Rumble, But it's going to be hard to get invested into someone when they've been booked like shit for years. We're not just going to forget that time when AJ Styles jobbed to Omos on Raw. Okay, that is something that really pissed me off back in the day. Oh, I was pissed. But LA Knight wins. Good match. Hopefully these two can go on to different and better things. But I don't see it happening. I think, as my child, I think this is going to continue, and we're going to have to deal with it for a little bit longer. The six-man tag street fight, man, this was there, but they tried to make it a bit more exciting by adding Bully Ray into the mix as the special guest referee. It was good. There was a little botch there with the table. I'm sorry for that banging. My daughter is trying to interrupt this video, but she's failing because I'm going to continue and not let it distract me, which it already has. So it was a good match. There was a spot where they botched, or they didn't botch, the table botched, and they put Cross on the table for Montez to do a frog splash, and the table fucking broke. Lashley and the Street Profits win, and yeah, that needed to happen. Bobby Lashley's been booked like shit. We need some wins for Bobby Lashley. Karrion Kross ain't interesting to the main audience, so give Bobby the win. And I don't know if I'm missing anything, but we're going to get into the main event. It's been a long weekend. We're going to get into the main event. Roman versus Cody. The most overbooked match I've probably ever seen, but it needed to happen. Oh, this was what a WrestleMania main event is supposed to be. And sending the fans home happy, which is what they have not done over the last few years, with Roman being champion. And it was just great. It was great. I'm not going to get into all the little details of the match because we ain't got time for that. This video is 12 minutes long already. So Cody makes his entrance with Brandy, which I hope Brandy's not a ringside, blah, blah, blah. Cody makes his entrance. Roman makes his entrance. That orchestra made this entrance 10 times better. That orchestra did a good job. They did a really good job at Roman's entrance music. The match starts. We're in the match. Jimmy interferes, but Jay comes out, stops him, spears him off of the ramp, and then we get Solo interfering, and John Cena comes out to take out Solo. He AA's Roman, and he puts Solo through a table. And then The Rock comes out. The Rock bottoms John Cena. Seth tries to stop him, but gets fucked up. Poor Seth. And then we're all thinking Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to come out. And he did not. Instead, we got The Undertaker. That dong hits, man, and boom. Everyone's losing their shit. Undertaker's in the ring, chokeslams The Rock, and then we get this moment of Roman with the chair, Seth on one side, Cody on the other. Roman decides to take revenge and hit Seth, and that cost him the championship because Cody took advantage. And 1, 2, 3, your new Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes. A member of the Rhodes family finally wins the WWE Championship, and it was an emotional moment. It was great. Lots of Cody's friends come out to celebrate with him in the ring. LA Knight, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, John Cena, who was already there, Randy Orton, so many people. And then Cody wants to bring out Bruce Pritchard and Triple H to shake their hands and give them a hug. And that's where we end with Cody Rhodes. Cody gives the championship to his mum in the ring. You got everyone in the ring, Cody's family. I'm not sure if that young kid was -1, you know, Brody Lee's son. I don't know who that kid was. Possibly would have been, but it was fucking fantastic, and it cancelled out my negativity for night one, because I wasn't happy about night one. I was happy about Sami Zayn beating Gunther. That match was great. I struggled to enjoy it as much as I should have done because of how tired I was and how bored I was because of the previous matches. But it was fucking fantastic. One of the best WrestleManias of all time, and it's history. It's going to go down in history. Roman Reigns, 1,316 days, loses to Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 40. And it's fucking fantastic. It's great. And this is why professional wrestling beats everything. Every form of entertainment. Professional wrestling's the top dog in entertainment. And I don't care what anyone says. Nothing makes you feel more than professional wrestling. And that's my little review for WrestleMania Night 2. I know I don't go too in depth with everyone else. I don't like wasting your time going move after move after move and recalling all that. And I don't like making notes while I'm trying to watch a show. Right? I don't have any notes. I don't have any script. I sit here and I just talk. That's what YouTubers should do, really. Well, one's in my situation anyway. Obviously, you get all these documentary channels. They need scripts, obviously. But it's a better way to do it, because this way I'm giving my own personal memories and opinions instead of someone showing me a teleprompter and telling me what to say just to please certain people. And that's what I don't do. And that's why I got so much hate for my Night 1 review. But that is what it is. Please like and subscribe if you are new. The super thanks thing is available if you want to support the channel that way. Please share my videos around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.